Hey everyone, just recording a quick update for the channel. Before we get into it though, I just want to wish everyone a happy and healthy, a Wednesday. A happy and healthy Wednesday, April the 22nd. I hope everyone's staying sane and home. Hope everyone's staying home as well. But yeah, with that out of the way though, I want to try to make this quick. Sorry, I bumped my desk. Hopefully that didn't come through too loud. But yeah, I want to do a quick little update on what to expect on the channel. The big game that I was alluding to in my past few videos was actually Half-Life Alyx, which I have downloaded. It took me a while to get it downloaded. I had to clear a lot of space out of. I had to make a lot of space for it rather on my C drive. But I managed to do it, and it's a fantastic game. It's beautiful. It's amazing. The mechanics are fantastic. The narrative so far is wonderful. It's everything I hoped it would be, and it's a game that I've been waiting for a very long time. For a very long time, but. It doesn't run super well, and my Oculus is a bit older by now. I did get it a while ago. And it still runs it. It's just my computer runs it fine, and the screen recorded footage of it is pretty great. But there was latency issues between the computer and the headset, and while it was playable for me, a lot of people probably would not consider it playable. I have a bit higher threshold for things that cause queasiness and headaches and upset stomachs and things like that. At least when it comes to like motion sickness and all that, I can usually handle quite a lot. But I think most people would have decided that it was not in a playable state. So it definitely is far from perfect. Doesn't run super well at all. But it runs well enough for me to play it. And like I said, I've been waiting for this game for such a long time. Anything short of me throwing up, I'm not going to stop, because I'm absolutely loving it so far, despite all of the technical difficulties, and I'm not going to stop playing it. That being said, the latency and the lag and everything does pose a big issue when it comes to editing, and also the enjoyment of watching somebody basically sort of fumble around in a 3D space while they're, sort of lagging behind their computer and things like that. I can't imagine it'd be all that interesting. Maybe it would be funny, I suppose, but it might be hard to sort of get invested in the gameplay, I suppose. I could be completely off base with that. It could be a fine experience. However, having edited the footage myself, the editing is just an absolute bear. My play session was about an hour and a half, I think, and I think I spent close to double that just trying to edit it properly into a version that would be, that I'd be willing to upload to YouTube, essentially. So that also being said, since I'm not really good at in-game puzzles and on the best of days, this was definitely no exception. Also kind of getting used to 3D space again in that way. Took me a bit. I will say that there's a lot of like downtime, there's a lot of headset adjusting, there's a lot of things like that. So it is very heavily edited for many reasons, those being just a few. So I think what I'll do is just basically upload like a kind of a highlight video. It's not going to be like a full series or anything like that, at least not yet. I do plan on doing a series in the future, but just not at the moment. I think this first playthrough, I'm just going to play through by myself, not recording anything, and then maybe once I've gotten at least one full playthrough under my belt, maybe then I'll consider making a proper Let's Play. Now, what I intend to use the extra time on once I've played through this game and I uninstall it from my SSD, I plan on hopefully getting my Skyrim installation back up and in a playable state and with all the mods that I want to have installed. that's sort of what I really want to do, because for those of you that don't know, I am sorry to report, although you will have found out eventually, the Davos LP does not have a happy ending, at least not at the moment. I did have to stop things early. I did have to cut things short because of technical difficulties. I won't get into the details, but I'm pretty sure I know what I did wrong, so I know not to do it this time around. But yeah, it does end rather abruptly, and it's very far from a satisfying ending to the series, and I really don't want that to be the end. I'll say that. So what I want to do, and what I have wanted to do from the very end of the series, quote unquote end of the series, was to reboot Davos's character and play through the rest of the game, play through the rest of the mods, the DLC that I wanted to play through with this character, and actually give him a fitting send-off, a proper end to his story. I think he deserves that. I think you as viewers deserve that, and I definitely think that I deserve that after being the person that invested all of his time into setting up the installation and, imagining the character out of thin air and things like that. I feel the same way about anyone that does an LP. When Dave was playing his Idris LP, when he was recording his Idris LP, and that basically had to be stopped short because of mod complications. It was horrible. I know that it was tough on him. It was tough on a lot of people. He has since come back and done a fantastic Let's Play with his character Arthur. I know that he did a character. I'm actually in the middle of watching his Oblivion LP with his character Sally, who does the Knights of the Nine DLC and the Knights of the Nine Revelations mod, which it's just fantastic so far. I absolutely love watching anything that he puts out. So I definitely would recommend you checking that out if that sounds like something you'd be interested in. But anyway, I definitely feel that I want this character to have the sort of ending that he deserves, that we all deserve. So I definitely want to get back into that. So I think what I'm going to do is, instead of spending all that time editing all the Half-Life Alyx footage and things like that, I think I'm going to just sort of upload this highlight reel of the footage that I do have, sort of get people excited for the future Let's Play of that game, and then I might shift gears and just try to get Skyrim in a playable state. And then also, I'll have to do a lot of playing just to get to the point where we can pick back up. I'll have to become the Archmage of Winterhold again. I'll have to do the Vigilance of Stendarr, a lot of the questing for them again. I have to pick up Serana again. I want to get Dawnbreaker again. There's a lot of things I'm going to have to do again. So I would rather try to get all that out of the way right now while I have a lot of downtime for obvious reasons. So yeah, that's a bit of an update there. And then there are actually a couple of games that I would like to play in the near future that I picked up on GOG recently. I've got Kingsway, Shadow Warrior, Classic Redux. We got Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, I believe it's called, the Sith Lords. I tripped over that one. I really, for those of you that don't know, I really love the Star Wars mythos, and I'm particularly interested in Sith culture and Sith rituals and backstories of different prominent Sith throughout the eras. I don't know what it is. They just seem so much more interesting than the Jedi. So my character will definitely, obviously, will be a Sith. And I have a really awesome backstory. At least I'm really proud of the backstory for the Sith that I do plan on playing. So I'd be excited. I will be rather excited to share all of that with you guys. We also have Star Wars Republic Commando, Quest, Thief. I've heard nothing but great things about the Thief series. I have the Gold Edition, so it should be everything all packed into one. And then I have a really interesting game called World of Horror, which is all based, it's all black and white, it's all based around like Japanese horror, and it looks absolutely amazing. So I don't know much about that. I haven't really heard of anyone else really playing it, but it looked so amazing I just had to get it. So anyway, a lot of cool things to look forward to. Yeah, so I'm basically that'll probably pretty much do it for me for this update. One thing I want to say though before I sign off is a very, very close friend of mine, one of my absolute best friends in the world. he and his wonderful wife are actually having a baby tomorrow. And I know this is completely unrelated to the channel. Well, kind of, I suppose. Actually, the channel, the first channel that I ever had was actually with him. So it's unrelated to this channel, but not really unrelated to sort of my gaming career in quotes, I suppose. In general, but anyway, I totally digress. I just wanted to use this time to give them a shout out and to just say how excited I am to meet their child. And I think I'm just so over the moon for them. I can't wait. I'm so excited, and I do know that he is a follower of the channel, so there's a pretty good chance he'll hear this, and I just want him to know that I'm so very excited, and massive congratulations to him and his wonderful wife. Anyway, that's with that's going to be it for me. I am going to kind of keep this this video going though. I find the setting very calming, very serene. I think I took this clip from either some mod testing or maybe a moment in the LP. I really don't remember, but I must have found it pretty special because I had saved it all this time. So I actually was able to find it again when I was looking for some footage just to put up during this update, and I quite like it. For those of you that might not be getting outside as much as you'd like to, recently. Maybe you want just a little taste of, a bonfire under the stars, a campfire under the stars. If you fit that description, then I'm going to leave this on for you guys for a little bit longer, just if you want to just be in this environment for a bit more. I find it quite soothing, and so for those of you that also share that sentiment, I'm just going to go ahead and let this video run a bit longer even after I've finished talking. Speaking of, I'm going to finish right about now. I really don't have much more to say, and if I don't stop now, as most of you know, I'll never stop. So anyway, take care, everyone. Everybody stay happy, healthy, stay home, and, hopefully I'll be talking to you guys again in the very near future. So please take care, everyone. Bye-bye.